Although tonight at 10, a 12 News investigation found that more than 200 sex offenders in Beaumont are living steps from school.
Neighboring cities have strict residency restrictions to keep them back, but in Beaumont, there are none. 12 News reporter Cameron Burchett breaks it down.
When it's your neighborhood, how do you tell your child this is not a safe place to play?
Sex offender residency restriction ordinances, known as SORROs, are designed to limit where registered sex offenders can live or loiter. They typically bar them from areas within 1,000 feet of child safety zones, such as schools and playgrounds. But in Beaumont, Mayor Roy West says the city has no such ordinance.
In the past, we've just been following the state of Texas rules and laws regarding that.
Without a local SORRO, registered sex offenders in Beaumont are governed solely by Texas state law, according to Britt Featherston with the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. And those laws only restrict residency while an offender is on parole or probation.
In 2025, looking at statistics, we have prosecuted over 40 individuals who failed to comply properly with the sex offender registration program. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's way too many, right?
According to the Texas Department of Public Safety, once supervision ends, those proximity limits disappear, leaving no legal barrier preventing offenders from living or loitering near schools, playgrounds, or daycare centers.
We're studying it right now to see what cities have these ordinances and, how they found them to be effective.
Neighboring cities like Port Arthur, Port Neches, Groves, Nederland, Vidor, and Lumberton have adopted local ordinances.
I can't imagine any reason why we would put the rights of sex offenders over the rights of children.
Bonnie Spots is with the Crisis Center of Southeast Texas and the Jefferson County Sexual Assault Response Team, or SART. In its 2025 biennial report, SART urges Beaumont to enact such ordinances, warning that stricter rules in surrounding cities may be pushing registered sex offenders, many with child victims, into Beaumont neighborhoods. A 12 News review of the state's online sex offender registry found nearly 900 registered offenders listing addresses within Beaumont city limits.
It's unbelievable to me.
Some addresses are within walking distance of Beaumont ISD schools.
I think parents will be irate to think, wow, my kid walks to school and there's 6 sex offenders on that path. It makes me very uncomfortable.
The highest numbers of registered offenders are within a 1-mile radius of these campuses. Pathways Learning Center, 109 offenders. King Collegiate Academy, 70 offenders. Smith Middle School, 58 offenders. And Fletcher Elementary, 67 offenders. At Fletcher Elementary, one offender listed his address on the state's website as a vacant parking lot directly across the street from the school. Records show he was convicted in 2008 of possession of child sexual abuse material.
And the court is going to be more, let's say, not as lenient with those individuals.
An ordinance that provides that kind of protection is certainly something that we need to explore.
If no ordinance is put in place by the city, Bonnie says she'll have to take matters into her own hands.
We are going to address it and ask why, and I'm going to write the ordinance and ask that they submit it to the council, and I'll talk to council members and everything else, and if they don't do it, I will do it.
She hopes city leaders will be proactive and create the ordinance.
Perhaps they'll be the heroes that stand up for children and say, enough, we're going to protect children.
And that was Cameron Burchett reporting. Now, if you want to look up your neighborhood, we have a link to the DPS Sex Offender Registry on our website at 12newsnow.com.